Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I have been gone for 2 weeks. I haven't uploaded in 2 weeks. I have been sick. I have been going through some stuff. But today I'm feeling a lot better. So I'm here to just like talk to you guys, catch up, play around with a little bit of makeup. I'm gonna do this video with makeup that I carry with me. So like out of my makeup bag that I like would carry with me if I'm going out somewhere. It would be this. So this is like my little makeup bag that if I was going somewhere to do my makeup at a friend's house or anything like that, what I would carry with me. The only thing that I don't have, because I don't wear a full face of makeup, I don't wear foundation. So there's not foundation in here, but there's mascara, there's eyeshadow, there's my brow pencil, you know, things like that, but no foundation or anything. That's the only thing that I don't carry in a bag with me. Like I don't wear foundation much. So yeah, I have been sick with the flu. I got sick last Sunday. I got off of work on Sunday morning and I started coughing. Like my throat was really ticklish, but I didn't think nothing of it. I fell asleep, and then when I woke up later on Sunday, I woke up like if I had a cold, you know, the stuffy nose, the fever, you know, the coughing, and I thought I had a cold. And so I just kind of got some rest Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday came along and I was just like really like not feeling very good, like a lot worse than a cold, you know. So I told my boyfriend, and my boyfriend said that he'll take me to, you know, the urgent care or the emergency room to get looked at, to get checked out, to see what's wrong, if that's what I wanted to do. And so on Tuesday, that's what I did. He came and picked me up. We went to urgent care, the clinic that's near my house, and they checked me and stuff, and turned out that I did have the flu. And so yeah, I've been sick with the flu, but I'm fully better now. And but it didn't end there. Okay, so before I continue to talk about where I've been the past 2 weeks, let me just tell you guys that I'm filling in my eyebrows with the NYX brow pencil that I always use. And I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the brows. But like, yeah, you guys, so they tested me for influenza and stuff like that, and it turns out that I ended up having influenza, which is the flu. They gave me medicine, and I ended up having to take, I'm trying not to make this story very long because there's a lot that's going into it, a lot of little details and stuff. But what ended up happening is that I ended up having to take a leave of absence from work last week. So my work schedule is that I'm off Sunday and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, and I work Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I work 3 days and I'm off 4 days. I went into urgent care on Tuesday, and that's when they said that I had the flu and whatnot. And I ended up taking, you know, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday off because I was still kind of sick. And so I just took that off, and I tried to do a leave of absence because I didn't have enough personal time or any time to cover me for the days that I took off. So I ended up having to do a leave of absence. So I had to do all this paperwork and stuff, and it ended up turning out to be the biggest just hot mess ever. And basically now I'm job hunting. So I'm without a job as of right now. So yeah, it kind of sucks, but honestly, like, I'm not like, at first I was upset, but the more that I kept trying to get all this paperwork done, the harder they were making it for me. And I'm like, all right, you know what, this is enough. This is enough. Like, I tried my best. What really messed me up though was the that I took Thursday, Friday, and Saturday off for being sick, and I couldn't get those days excused because of how because of how the whole situation was handled on my behalf. They couldn't give me the days that I needed. Essentially what they said is that if I still was feeling sick, I should have came back to the clinic and got looked at again, and then they would have excused me for further days. But because I didn't do that, I don't understand. They're just things that people don't tell you, and you end up having to learn on your own, you know. So it was kind of that type of situation with the whole leave of absence. And so what ended up happening was that when I actually went to go get because when you do a leave of absence, you tell the people that what days you want off, or what days you're gonna do the leave of absence for, and then they want to see paperwork from the doctor saying what's wrong with you and what days, you know, they want the days to match. From the days that you tell your case manager that you're off, your paperwork needs to say those exact same days. And that's where the issue was, because the doctors didn't want to give me the days that I needed, you know what I mean? And I didn't have any time to cover the days that I missed, and that's kind of how I ended up without a job. So I'm just, this is really new. This is actually just like yesterday, on Thursday, or not Thursday, Friday, that this all happened and how I ended up jobless. So yeah, it is crazy. Like, it is so crazy. If I had known that if I needed more days off, that I should have went back to the doctor so that I have evidence or proof, you know, of what was going on, and I didn't. And because of that, the doctors were limited, you know, with the rules and stuff, or like what days they could give me off. Y'all, I was back and forth between the doctor's office with all this fucking paperwork, talking to my case manager on the phone for the past 2 weeks. Literally since I've been sick. It's not like I took days off and relaxed and chilled and everything was all like, you know, hell no. Like, and then like so after I started to get better from the flu and stuff, I wake up, I was at my boyfriend's house, and I woke up around like 10 or 11 in the afternoon, and I had an allergic reaction. Don't know to what specifically, but it was a reaction on my eyes. My eyes puffed up, and my boyfriend had pointed out, because I was just waking up and he was like giving me, you know, good morning kisses and stuff, and he's like, babe, your eyes are like fat as fuck. And I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, they're swollen. I'm like, what? Stop playing with me. I get up, I go to the bathroom, and I look in the mirror, and you guys, I didn't have eyelid. That was all puffy and red and itchy and just swollen on both eyes. And I'm like, oh my goodness. If you follow me on Snapchat, I Snapchatted a little bit of me being sick, a little bit of what was going on with my eyes. So if you guys follow me on Snapchat, you would have already seen what was happening, and you already know. But for those of you that don't know and have been wondering why I haven't uploaded anything in 2 weeks, this is why. I've been going through all this. So it's just, so basically, long story short, I'm better from the flu, I'm better from my eyes, and I'm jobless. it is just like so, I'm just like, what? Really, it was a tough 2 weeks. Like, I got, you know, I got stuff that needs to be paid every fucking month. So yeah, I'm stressed and I'm worried, but you know what, the only thing that I can do right now is to find a job quickly as possible. So I've just been applying for jobs and putting in applications and all of that. Like, the stuff that's going on right now with me is not good things, and I don't really want to speak too much about it. So just letting you guys know what's going on, just like a brief little situation. Okay, the next thing that I have in my little makeup bag is concealer to carve out the eyebrows. So let me find that. It would be the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 20. And then for a brush, let's see, what do I have for brush? For concealer brush, I have the BH number 7. I'm just trying not to be, you know, sad about it or anything like that. I'm just accepting of the situation and just kind of leave it like that. I tried my best. You know, as long as I tried, I can't really be upset about anything. You know, I tried, I did everything that I could, and it still didn't work out. So yeah, but that's what's going on with me. Don't feel sorry or anything like that. Like, it's not the end of the world. There's a bunch of jobs out there. So, you know, also, if I don't have something in my makeup bag, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you guys know that I don't have it, and I'm going to grab it from, you know, my makeup here at home. Like, I want to blend out the concealer with a beauty sponge, but I don't have a beauty sponge in my actual bag. But I'm gonna go ahead and use a beauty sponge anyway, but I'm letting you guys know that I don't have that in my makeup bag. I'm gonna take the Morphe sponge. I'm gonna take like the pointed end, and I'm going, it's not damp or nothing, I just took it out of my wherever I put it, and I'm just kind of going to blend out the concealer a little bit on the eyes. And I'm kind of just patting it and blending out the concealer really gently on the eyes. Also, I want to mention too that because I had that reaction on my eyes and they swelled up, my eyes are like kind of dry still. They're not like fully 100% better. The reaction and the swelling and the redness has gone down, but my eyelids are very patchy, very flaky, and just very dry. So the eyeshadow might look a little funny in certain spots because of that. I just wanted to let you guys know. Okay, I think that's good enough. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and set my concealer. But anyway, how have you guys been? You know, I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope they're having a good year so far. I would say my year hasn't been quite the best. 2019 is just gonna be a tough year for me, I feel like. But like, I think I'll still be okay, you know? So, in my makeup bag, I carry a lot of blending brushes from BH and from Morphe. And the eyeshadow palette that I'm currently keeping in my makeup bag is this one. You guys have seen me use this before. This is what I have been carrying in my makeup. So, from the brushes that I'm carrying in my makeup bag, I'm going to pick up the BH number 5. It's like a big, fluffy blending brush. Sorry. I'm also carrying my brush cleaner to clean in between eyeshadows. I also carry that in my makeup bag. Also carry a little hand towel to kind of swipe and switch eyeshadows and clean off eyeshadows with that rag. So that's everything that I carry in my makeup bag. So I'm gonna take my BH number 5 brush. I'm gonna kind of wipe it off a little bit, and I think I'm going to set my concealer with this shade here. This one. Oh, well, you can't probably see on the, you know, in the video, but in my mirror I could really see my dry patches are like right there, and you can see the flakiness. The eyeshadow is like really emphasizing it. So I'm just kind of picking up the shadow and kind of packing it on the lid first, like all over the lid, like all over this eye space, and then I'm gonna go ahead, pick up some more, and then I'm going to blend everything out, soften everything up. Make sure everything is getting set. So because my eyelids are like super dry, I'm not gonna do anything crazy. Okay, I'm going to take this shade here with the same brush, and I'm gonna pack this color from the lid to the crease. I'm gonna switch to a Morphe M441 brush. It's like a blending brush also, but it's a smaller one. It's a lot more tapered. This one's more tapered, so I'm gonna take this one. And I'm gonna go back with the BH number 5 brush that I just had, and kind of buff out the edges with that, since it's a larger brush. I think I'm gonna put this color all over. So I'm putting this from my eyelid all the way up to my brow bone. Yeah. And then I'll kind of blend it with the number 5 brush from BH. And then go back with my 441 from Morphe. It's like so dry. Can you see right there? It's like a little skin that's like lifted. It's disgusting. I'm gonna pack a little bit more on my eyelid. Just to deepen it up a little bit. And then I'm going to take my Morphe M433. And it has a little bit of yellow eyeshadow on it, so I'm going to kind of swipe it off. And these are all the brushes that I'm having in my makeup bag. They're all like blending brushes. This one though is like a flat. It's a lot more flatter than my M441. And I'm gonna highlight my inner corners and my brow bones with this shade that's up here. And a little bit on the eyelid. And then I'll pick up the brush that had that eyeshadow. Kind of blend it. And then I'll do the brow bone also. Don't forget the brow bone. So I'll take like a clean, like a Morphe M330 brush, and I'll go over the highlight on the brow bone to kind of blend it out a little bit more. Okay, so like I said, I don't have foundation in my makeup bag or like any primer for the face, so that's things that I'm going to be using like out of my makeup collection. Today I want to use my ColourPop no filter foundation in the shade Light 60, and the primer for today is going to be the Benefit Professional. So I'm gonna try and hold my hair back with a hair tie. So I take about a little bit like this of primer and put it mostly on around my nose. I'll grab a little bit more, like very little, just for the forehead and in between the brows. I'm going to use a BH number 3 brush. I stipple it on a little bit first, and then I'll go ahead and start to buff it into my skin. I kind of want like a light to medium coverage, so I don't really want a full coverage situation. So I'll do like one of those whatever you want to call that. And like kind of stipple it around a little bit first. So now I'm gonna go ahead and just buff it into the skin. And then we'll do a little bit on the forehead. Also, if you guys haven't noticed, my hairline is going through some stuff. Now this is a long story that I guess I could share with you guys. Maybe you guys might be wondering what the fuck is going on right there. So I get my eyebrows done regularly, right? That's nothing different. So one day it was time to go get my eyebrows done, and I go to get them threaded where I usually go. I don't go there no more because of this. So I had to go get my eyebrows done because it was about time to go get my eyebrows done, right? And the lady that was threading my eyebrows, she said if I wanted to get my face waxed. And I said yeah, because I do have like facial hair, like my mustache, on the chin a little bit, and like the peach fuzz all over my cheeks and stuff. And I told her yeah, go ahead and you know, wax my face for me. So she waxes my face, and she ends up waxing like my hairline, and which was fine. She actually did a really good job of like lining my like my widow's peak. So I'll insert a picture of my hairline before with nothing being done to it ever, and then the after picture of what she did. Right? And I really liked it. I didn't have a problem with it or nothing. You know, a lot of people do like laser surgery on their hairlines, you know, laser hair removal on their faces. So like I'm fine with it, you know what I mean? For makeup purposes, I was okay, and it came out good. But the problem was when I came back like maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks later to come to get my eyebrows done again. I came back to get my eyebrows done again because they needed to be done, because my eyebrows are thick and dark, so they grow back fast, and so does my hair. So I go back and I, you know, want the eyebrows, and I want to get my face waxed. And I thought that the face wax includes the little hairline situation. And when I went, it was a different lady this time, and the lady tells me that they don't mess with people's hairlines. They only wax the face, but they don't like adjust any of the hairline. And I'm like, are you serious? Because last time that I came, the lady offered me that service. So now I'm here to get it touched up again, basically. And she's like, we're sorry, you know, but that's not something that we do. We're not allowed to do that. And I'm like, so why did one of your workers do that on me if it's not something you guys offer, and it's against the rules, you know? And I didn't even, and at that point she was asking me like, oh, do you remember her name? No, I don't know this girl's name, like, you know what I mean? And she's like, well, do you remember what she looks like? And to be honest, they all look the same at this place. Like, they're all the same ethnicity. So I'm like, she looks like you. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I mean, I didn't say that, but I'm thinking like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna grab like a little bit more on the brush. So with this foundation, it kind of spills all over the pump. So I'm gonna grab the extra that's around the pump with my brush, like so. And I'm gonna put a little bit more right in this area. So that happened, and I'm like, wow. So I never went back there again, and I was stuck with this mess, and I didn't know like how to go about it. And so I think maybe a couple weeks later, I had a facial scheduled, and I went to my facial appointment. I have been going to this girl named Erica. She's at Flawless Beauty. She has like her own little, it's her own little business that she has here near me. And she had been doing my facials for the past year. At that time, it had been about a year or so. And I asked her, I'm like, hey Erica, do you do like waxing for the face? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, would you be able to like wax like my hairline, like fix it up? And she's like, no, sorry, we don't mess with, you know, the hairline and stuff. And I'm like, are you serious? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, because, you know, I went to get my eyebrows done at this place that I usually go to, and they lined up my hairline like if it was included in the facial wax. And now when I went back there, they said that that's not something that they do, this and that, and so I'm kind of stuck with the situation. And she's like, oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, but yeah, you would have to see like a professional person that specializes in something like that, and that's not something that we do. Like, you know, we just do regular, you know, facials and waxes, but nothing like that, you know what I mean? That's crazy. And she was just telling me like, that's really crazy that they did that to you, this and that. And it was like a bad experience, bad situation. After nobody would fix it for me or mess with it for me, I ended up just kind of shaving it all across, like just shaving it. Like every time it started to go back, I would just shave it. And a lot of people, they were asking me like, you know, do you shave? Like they were just like always asking me about what was going on here. And I just decided to let it grow out. So these past 2 weeks that I have been sick, I haven't like shaved it like I would usually do, and it's grown out. And I'm just gonna let it grow out, and I'm just gonna see how it looks like. Right now it's looking kind of crazy. It's not cute at all. But yeah. I would really want to get it lasered so that I have a permanent set hairline. Because first of all, I've always hated my hairline even before I started to mess with it, like because I have like little hairs that will grow like onto my forehead, like these parts right here, like the little peaks right there, right here, it's like all on my forehead. And you know, I didn't like that. And like my eyebrows on the side would connect into my hairline, like all of this would connect into my hairline and stuff. And so like I said, I'm like a very hairy person. Like my arms are hairy, so I would really be into like getting my facial hair lasered off and getting my hairline like lasered, just so that I always have a good, you know, because I really liked it, like what the lady did with my hairline and stuff. Like she just shaped it, she just used what the shape that my hairline is and just like cleaned it up and made it look really good and clean and precise, and it looked really good in pictures. So I don't know. Okay, for concealer real quickly, I'm gonna use Morphe Fluidity concealer in the shade C1.25. So yeah, that's kind of what is going on. It's gonna look like that for a while until it grows out. I don't know how long it's gonna grow out, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna put a little bit right in this area, because that's really the only area I want to brighten up. So blend it out with the same BH brush that I used for the foundation. This is the number 3 brush. So that's kind of the backstory on the situation here. It's kind of crazy, I know. Also, my under eyes are dry too from my allergic reaction. It's super dry. So I'm only gonna put just a little bit to brighten a little bit right here. But that's like really about it. Yeah, you guys, I have literally just been shaving it like so. My hairline, if you noticed in my other videos, would be like straight across, because I would just shave it straight across. Now it's growing into like how I used to have it, which is like this weird you know, situation. And the way that the lady did, she cleaned it up, so it had this little like the widow's peak, but all this would be, and of course it looked a lot better because I hadn't done what I did, but it looked really good. And the reason that there is so much hair, you could see, like, this is why I stopped, because I started to notice that I was really pushing my hairline back. I was shaving a lot more than, you know, I needed to. So you could see how much I was actually starting to shave into my actual hair. Like my actual hair, like literally when I would shave, pieces of hair were falling out because I had shaved too far back. So that's kind of why I stopped, you know, doing it too. And then I got sick and I was dealing with all that other stuff. So y'all, it's like, you do some wild things when it comes to beauty and stuff, like you really do, and I'm not gonna deny it, you know what I mean, and I'm not ashamed of it. But it's just they become like funny stories to tell people, because it's just so wild sometimes. Also, my little backdrop is wrinkle AF. I'm so sorry about that. This is also something that I do not have in my makeup bag, because I don't really like I said, carry foundation or anything like that. So I have the Laura Mercier loose setting powder, or the Maybelline Fit Me. I'm gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me, and I'm gonna set all over the face and under my eyes with the Maybelline loose powder. So I'm gonna take a big fluffy powder brush. This is BH Cosmetics #1 brush, and this is in the shade 10 Fair Light. And I'm gonna just kind of pour some in the cap a little bit, and I'll set all over the face. And then I'll go ahead and bronze my face. Well, you know what, before I set my face, the foundation is a little light, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring it down my neck a little bit, so that we can ignore the situation, you know what I mean? So that should be good. So I'm gonna take that same foundation brush that I used, and I'm going to kind of and don't forget your ears too. I'm gonna grab a little bit more. Oh yeah, and kind of so we can, yeah, it's a little, it's like, it's a light. Foundation is, but you know what, it doesn't look that light and like real. The light is kind of washing it and making it, it's kind of washing me out a little bit. So yeah, but it really doesn't, it doesn't look that bad. The lights are washing me out. Hopefully that is the situation. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and set everything, like everything. So I'm going to powder my neck, and I'm kind of going to pack it on. The concealer hasn't creased, but it did kind of emphasize the dryness under my eyelids, but that's fine because I already know I have dry eyes right now because of the whole being sick situation. But it hasn't creased, so that's pretty good. Usually concealers will crease by now, as I'm taking too long to set it. So I'm just kind of powdering my face all over. I'm like setting absolutely everywhere. Okay, now I look even lighter. Yeah, you guys, the lights are like really washing me out. Hopefully when I contour and stuff, it'll look better. Okay, and then now I'm just going to kind of buff in the powder. But yeah, that's my whole little story about how that happened. So now that I have that and I have powdered my face, I'm going to spray my face with some any type of facial spray or a primer water. Like this one is a primer water from Smashbox, or even a facial spray like from Mario Badescu. Anything to kind of melt the powder a little bit so it doesn't look cakey, because I'm gonna add more powder on top with the contour and bronzer, and I don't want to cake up my face. I'm not trying to set the face, I'm trying to kind of melt the powders down in between the layers. So a facial spray is good for that. It doesn't have to be like a primer water or anything like that, just like any old facial spray will work. So I'll use this one. This is a facial spray from Mario Badescu, and I'll kind of spray it on my face a little bit. I'm gonna use between the Morphe 105 and the Real Techniques 204, the Hula bronzer from Benefit. Now I'm gonna start with, shit, I'm scared that this is gonna be too big to, let's use my Real Techniques sculpting brush instead. So I'm gonna pick up the Hula powder from Benefit. I do one of these to see where my cheekbones are, and then once you see where that's at, go a little bit higher than where your actual cheekbones are, because when you start to blend it, it'll get there anyway, and you don't want to go too low because it'll look muddy. So just a little bit higher. So the way that I do it is almost where you highlight, almost in the highlight area, at least for my face. So like in that area. And then I'll go ahead and take the Real Techniques 204 brush, and I'll just kind of lightly buff it out, but keep it up. Make sure I don't buff downwards. I don't want to go past right here, because then it'll look muddy. So just yeah, see, do you guys see the difference? It almost like lifted my face, like, you know what I mean? It gave me that lifted illusion, which I love, because I'm so cheeky. You kind of can't really see, like, I don't have a defined, you know, jaw or anything. So when I get that pulled back effect, I just live for that shit, boy. And it looks really good in pictures. Okay, so now we do the other side real quickly. And then with the contour, you can really bring that about just anywhere. Contour my double chin here. And then I'll soften it out. And like really blend it out too. Kind of. Alright, and then now we can bronze. So for bronzer, I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil in medium deep, and for that I'm going to use the Morphe M105 brush, the same brush. I'm not even going to clean it. And with bronzer, I like to really keep this pushed back. I don't like to blend out all the way like I did the contour. So like maybe a little bit right here, a little bit right here. I like to keep the bronzer in the hairline, and then do the same thing on the other side real quick. Around the forehead. And then blend it out over here. And I'm just like, with contour and powder, I mean with bronzer and contour, what you're really doing is you're sculpting your face how you want it to be. And sometimes you can go a little overboard and it's too much. You have a helmet head, so you kind of have to be careful and like really blend it out. I'll even take the Real Techniques 204 brush and really just buff it a little bit further around the forehead. Over here, so it doesn't look like so cray cray. I'm gonna set the face. When you're setting your face, you could use primer water from Smashbox. You can use Urban Decay All Nighter. You can use whatever setting spray you have. The Morphe setting spray, the Wet n Wild setting spray. There's a lot of setting sprays, drugstore, high-end, whatever you have, whatever you want to use, you can use at this time to set the face, because you're done. We're done with the face. So I'm going to use the primer water to set those powders. I'm actually going to take like a flat shader, number 8 from BH, and I'm gonna do the my under eye real quickly. So I'm gonna take that same eyeshadow that I used all over the lid, just to kind of complete the look, and then an even flatter like this one here. It's a lot more thinner and flat. This is a Morphe M408, and I'm gonna take like a dark brown and keep it really close to your lashes. I'm not gonna put like falsies on. I'm just gonna use mascara. So for mascara, alright, this one's not cutting it either. Oh my goodness, I really don't have any mascara. I'm gonna try the Maybelline Total Lash Temptation mascara. It's waterproof, water resistant, or whatever you want to call it. You know what, we're just gonna go for some natural lashes today, like super natural lashes. I also don't keep highlighter in my makeup bag. Wet n Wild highlighter in the shade, what is this? Golden Flower Crown. Okay. Ooh. And on the tip of the nose. Okay, so we're highlighted, and now for lipstick, I do have a lipstick that I like. Morphe cream lipstick in the shade Whipped. Looks like that. Okay, this look is very like monochromatic. I'm kind of living for it, but I want gloss. I want like a gloss on top. So I'm gonna use a lip gloss that I don't keep in my makeup bag. I use the Morphe lip gloss in the shade Groupie, and I'll put that over top. I also keep my little mirror I bought at Target in my makeup bag. And I keep makeup wipes. My first video back. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed the little makeup look that I did today. I hope you guys enjoyed the things that I talked about today. Learned a little bit about me. I hope so. We're closer than ever with my ugly hairline. I wish I could just like from here, you know. Alright guys, this is the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video. Check me out on Instagram. Pictures will be posted because I know the lights are kind of washing me out a little bit, so it doesn't look like I have much on my face, but girl, it's there. It's flawless, it's smooth, and it's beautiful. So check it out on my Instagram. Pictures, like I said, pictures are gonna be there. And you guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. Alright guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.